What's going on, guys? Mr. Ladd here, and today we are continuing the DIY Detail product reviews. Today we're going to talk about DIY Detail's Quick Beads. Quick Beads is a spray-on, rinse-off paint sealant that is graphene infused. And so what we're going to do is prepare the vehicle, make sure that it's nice, clean, and while still wet, we're going to spray the product on the surface, and we're going to see how does it respond in these elements. All right, so now that the vehicle has been washed, it's been rinsed, now we can go ahead and start with the actual waxing process with Quick Beads. So Quick Beads does have a couple disclaimers on the product, kind of the description, directions for use, and things to avoid. So it's very simple. Make sure that the vehicle is rinsed, make sure that it's cool, make sure that it's wet. Now let's just focus on the things to avoid. Do not use in direct sunlight, we're fine there. Do not spray on a hot surface, we're good there. Do not spray on a dry vehicle, we're good there. Do not let sit for more than 2 minutes, that's good to know. And do not let dry on the glass or vehicle, because I'm assuming that's where you would get high spots. So simply what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rinse down this side of the vehicle one more time. I'm going to spray the glass, I'm going to go ahead and spray the body of the vehicle, and we're going to rinse, and we're going to see how does this work. So directions say let the product dwell for 30 seconds to a minute. Now, I'm assuming that, that's good general precaution. If you're working in direct sunlight, which I know the product says to avoid using it in direct sunlight, but if you do use it in direct sunlight, which I have done before, just do a quicker rinsing time, maybe 10 to 15 seconds, and go ahead and let it rinse. Now that it's sat for probably close to 30 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and rinse from the back to the front. So that's pretty simple. I'm going to go ahead and take you in closer. I'm going to show you how the water repellency works and acts after applying the product. Okay, hopefully you can have a good view there of the actual water beading. So as you can see there, the water's falling off the panel. The water is still beating up. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply the product to the rest of the vehicle, and then during the drying process, I'm gonna take you in to the vehicle, because what happens to, or what tends to happen, which tends to be the worst part of these types of products, is that when you rinse the vehicle and you dry it, there's a lot of residue that's left behind, especially on the glass. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the rest of the vehicle, dry it, and then I'm gonna take you in to show you what the finished result is. All right, guys, so I want to take you in real quick. As I'm drying the vehicle, I saw it on all the windows, but I'm trying to find a good window. I don't really have much sunlight left. So what happens is, as you're drying the vehicle, after you've used a spray and rinse product, whether it be ceramic or graphene, most prevalently you see it in ceramic products, there tends to be residue that's left behind. It shows up initially as the form of water spots, but then when you dry, it looks like residue. It looks like almost like oil spots on the window. And there's a slight bit of residue here. You may not be able to see it well on the camera, but the cool thing, and I've noticed this as I've been drying, is as you go drying, you really don't see them anymore, and they go away easily. So when using this product, understand that you will see a little bit of residue at first. That's kind of the nature of these spray and rinse products. That's just how they all kind of work. The residue removes easily, and it's much easier to remove than a lot of the other products on the market. And here is the final result. All the residue is gone just from even the drying process. Much, much easier. The paint, gloss is great. The slickness is great. Very easy to work with here. Rear window, easy, easy, easy. And the rest of the vehicle, the shine and gloss is great. And there you guys have it. That was DIY Details Quick Beads. For those of you who have followed my channel from the very beginning, you know that I like products like this, these spray and rinse sealants that you can just easily apply, easily remove, and there's really not much headache involved. You know that I'm a big fan of these types of products, but as you know, some of these products in this space can be kind of cumbersome to work with, but I noticed that DIY Quick Beads is not as hard to work with as the other competition, the other products in the market. If there is a little bit of residue that's left behind once you rinse off, it's very easy to remove with a drying towel. But even if you want a tip to make your job even simpler, if you're working in direct sunlight or in harsh environments, go ahead and take your pressure washer or your hose, spray it directly on the vehicle, and instead of spraying the panel with the product first, go ahead and spray the product into the water as it's shooting onto the panel. I've noticed that when I use these types of products in that fashion, I still get a great layer of protection. Not as great, but a great layer of protection, and I'm still able to work in a very, very easy manner, if that makes sense. It's much more user-friendly. And so this bottle, this pint bottle here, will run you $25 on the DIY Detail website. My recommendation, if you like the product, go ahead and get the gallon. It's $100 for the gallon, which is pretty much comparable to any other product on the market in this category, and is still cheaper than a lot of the other products. And for it being even easier to use than those products, I think that this product is a win-win in my book. As far as all the products I've used, this one is definitely standing out as a top product for DIY Detail. And so with that being said, guys, Mr. Light here signing out. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. If you like this video, as well as the other videos on the channel, go ahead and click the subscription button, click the notification bell, wax the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful day.